So we got Baby Vegeta, Super Baby 2 out for revenge. 1 copy. We got 4 Grade 8 Bardock, 4 Destructive Occupation Frieza, 4 Mr. Buu, 4 Master Roshi, 4 Videl, 4 Champas, 4 E Supreme Kais, 4 Bodyguard Logic, 4 Result of Training, 4 Encouraging Prison Monaka, 4 Senzo Bean, 4 Planet M2, and 2 copies of Trunks Power Overseeing Time. Alright, time to talk about the deck. Alright, the basic strategy. To attack more than once. To mainly focus on attacking with the leader. The deck is built around the leader, not the other way around, where the leader's just added to the deck, right? So it's a yellow leader, so obviously, I can use Grade 8 Bardock. So it's a really good card. He has the ability to self-awaken by taking a life and switching him to active mode, so that we can get 2 attacks out of him, which is sometime a winning force in set 1. So finally we got it. So that's great. So then it's a matter of taking advantage of that. One of the best ways to take advantage of that aspect of him standing for a secondary attack is using Encouraging President Monaka, because this card will give Double Strike for the duration of turn to your leader, and you draw a card, of course. Because it's given it for the duration of the card, every attack will be Double Strike. So since the first attack will be Double Strike, then the next, once you stand in, attack again, the next attack is also has Double Strike. While Champa and Supreme Kai will only give it for that particular attack that you combo with them. Once you combo with them, only that time will the Double Strike be there. The Double Strike won't carry on to the next attack. So obviously, you mainly don't want to charge these because you want to take full advantage of them. But if you have to charge, you have to charge. But you more likely not going to be charging these. Definitely will charge one of the results of training. I did mention that he can self-awaken by you're taking a life to apply his ability to attack twice a turn. But in order to awaken, you need 2 or less life, not 4 or less. But you get to draw 2 cards and you get to untap 2 energy, so that's always good. So since I don't want to wait until I have 2 life to awaken, and on his awaken side, he's, as you can see, a dual attacker. You don't have to lose life to to have the dual attack, so you can attack and then stand and attack again. So of course with Encouraging President Monaka, that's 4 damage just with the leader alone, right? 2 damage with the first attack, 2 damage with the second attack. Then once with his auto, you draw a card. So the first attack you draw a card, and then you don't draw a card in the second attack. But you don't need much else. He's good as is, what I mean. And then we're supporting him with stuff like Monaka, Supreme Kai, Destructive Champa. He can put in work as a true leader should. And then you have certain negates, good amount of negates. Since he's going to be the main attacker, you don't really need many other bodies in the deck. But you're going to need some defense. You gotta save them life points because you want to use them. You want to use your life for the effect to be able to attack twice. So you want to be able to take advantage of that. And he's just not trying to lose life, so you end up losing, the game by constantly losing life. So you don't want to take a lot of damage. You want to stop double strikes, triple strikes, you know, the obvious. But sometimes you might have to take a single strike here and there, but it won't be that common to take a single strike. But we have results of training to help you self-awaken. Not self-awaken, to help you awaken way early. So even if you have 5 or more life, you can use this card to awaken. So if you defend long enough, turn 5, you can awaken your leader, and you can just look at that as essentially a 5-drop, 15k, you know, dual attacker with the ability to draw once it attacks on the first attack, right? So that's the way of looking at it. Because obviously, not only is it a good starter to start dealing your opponent, you know, damage and applying pressure early game, he's, you know, essentially your finisher. But there's also a couple other, you know, finishers in here. Trunks, Great Ape, you know, can help you finish your opponent. Just depends, you know, what you do and when you do it. Alright, I ironically was putting in a super combo in here. I was trying to give it a try. I didn't play test it. Like I didn't proxy it to test it out. What I did instead was, you know, I was just thinking about it over and over again. I was like, nah, it's good and all, but it's, you know, for free, 10k power, a sparking 5, you know, you get the draw. That's always nice, right? But I was like, yeah, the way this deck is shaping up, I have less bodies, right? Less attackers. Like my main attacker is just the leader. So I was like, instead of putting a super combo in the deck to give me 10k, why not use Frieza instead? You know, pay 1 energy, get the 10k. Because the thing is, you use so very little energy. A lot of the stuff in here is 1 energy or 2 energy. Like 2 energy just for Bardock, 2 energy just for Trunks. So, you know, you can always where's Senzu Bean? You can always untap 2 energies for Senzu Bean. So it's like you got some, you know, you got this, you know, you got Bodyguard Allergic free play, so you're not using no energy to play him. Serene Kai, Destruction Champa, just 1 energy. Even your attack, your counter attacks, they're just 1 energy, 1 energy, 1 energy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, here's another 1 drop, another 1 drop, another 1 drop. I mean, the most you're gonna pay for is like 5 energy at most, just to play Result of Training, and that's if you even get that far. Because you'll probably win before you even get to use this, but it's there in case you do, right? So mostly it'll be used for energy, but for those rare occasions where you need the ability to, you know, awaken because you want the draw ability, you want to be 15k, and you don't want to keep taking life just to get the double attack. So being able to awaken earlier is better. I was trying to do the objection idea. I was trying to ramp up with objection. I did, you know, do some test hands with it and play it out, but it didn't work out didn't work out as well. Mainly because it's like I didn't like using the objection. You know, like I was wasting a turn trying to set up using objection when I could have made a much better, more explosive play. So that's where I got the idea for Senzu Bean, and I took out the objections and put Senzu Bean instead. One, Senzu Bean is blue, so it helps me, you know, with the blue energy, because you need at least 2 blue for Resolve Training. So I had to take that into account, that it's not just 1 blue energy, it's 2 blue energy. So I want to make sure I had a good amount of blue in the deck. So, you know, most of the negates in here, battle cards are blue, so I got blue Roshi, I got the blue Boo. But yeah, I got the red Videl. Did for a brief moment, yeah, that's what it was. For a brief moment, I had, because I was still, you know, tweaking with the deck, and I had the black Goku, the 1-drop black Goku. and I also had the yellow 1-drop Roshi, but then I took them out, and then what else I did? I put something else in, I forgot, and then I was like, oh, let me put a super combo. I could justify a super combo in this deck. And then I started thinking about it a little bit more, and I was like, no, Destructive Occupation Frieza is a better choice, because I need a couple more cards I could attack with, because the ability to use my leader with Encouraging Presence Monaka to be able to do essentially 4 damage by itself. To use a Supreme Kai or Champa with Destructive Frieza and make a 25k double striker. That's an extra 2 damage plus the leader dealing 4. That's essentially 6 damage, off of very little energy. So if I play this on my opponent's turn defensively to protect my life, he'll hit the field. Then my turn, untap, the usual stuff, and then go into the leader with the whole Presence Monaka. Then I can use Senzu Bean to boost it 5k, and of course the 5k will last for both attacks, so he'll be 15k on both attacks with double strike. I use Planet M2 on like the first attack or the secondary attack. More likely in the secondary attack you really want to use this for, because on the first attack, the attack more likely will go through, they'll get 2 cards, and the second attack they can use those 2 cards to try to defend, to block your second attack. So you want Planet M2 to block, to weaken their leader for the second attack, so that way if they do want to block the second double strike, they have to use more cards in their hands to try to stop it. So you want to end up in that scenario. I will be doing a combo video, because there is like a pretty nice elaborate combo using Senzu Bean, Planet M2, like at least 2 copies of the double strike cards. So it was 2 Senzu Beans, 2 Supreme Kais, for example, and 1 Planet M2, along with 1 Bardock, and of course the leader. And with that strategy, what was it? Like 6 damage, maybe a little bit more, depending on the scenario. Because I could do it obviously instead with Presence Monaka, and that'd be 4 damage with the leader. Then I get this double strike, so that's an extra 2 damage. Yeah, that's about it. I won't really need. Heck, I could do 6 damage just with Bardock, Presence Monaka, and the leader. Yeah, and of course, Planet M2 for the secondary attack of Baby Vegeta, because the first attack will be boosted by 10k, so I'll be 20k double strike on the first attack, and then this will summon, I'll draw, the usual, and then Planet M2 on the second attack, so that way I'm 5k stronger than my opponent's leader, and I'll still be double strike. Throwing Senzu Bean, of course I can get a nice boost that lasts for 2 attacks. This depends how it plans out, but the fact that you can essentially do 6 damage on turn 2, with the right hand, it's always good. But you can easily do 3 damage just with the leader and his effect. And obviously one of the destructive Champas, and you can easily do 3 damage in a single turn. That's not including if you throw in a bodyguard Legic as an extra body, so that gives you 4 damage right there. You can see you can do a good amount of damage. Just gotta get them out there, start swinging away, and start dealing some damage. And that's always been my main focus in my decks, and the way I play is that, you know, try to get as much damage out in a single turn as much as possible, because one, your opponent can combo, your opponent can negate, you know, so your opponent can respond. Now we have stuff like Sparking 5, right? Sparking 5 negates and stuff. We got 0 cost 10k combos, you know, things like that needs to be taken into account. So the more double strikes you're throwing at your opponent in a single turn, the more chance you have of one of them landing. And you want to do at least 2 damage 4 times, and that's 8 damage, and that's a game, right? So hopefully in 4 turns you can win if you can at least deal 2 damage per turn, which is my, you know, the way I play. It's a simple, straightforward strategy. It works. I win with it, so you could too. Yeah, I don't even know how long this video is going. Yeah, the next video will be showing off some combos, because there's a lot of combinations, a lot of different ways you can combine cards to you know, get certain results. Trying to see, try to figure out how much, like the potential damage, like the fact that I could do 6 damage essentially turn 2. You know, that's pretty good, even with just, you know, play testing some hands, just, you know, just by just doing it, and already the deck is already pushing out 6 damage in a single turn. So there's potential. It's just a matter of, like, you know, trying to fine tune. You know, maybe I can get away with less you know, 1-drop negate battle cards. So far they're pretty good, obviously, you know, because you can negate an attack, and then the 5k boost is always useful to, you know, to give to your leader. And the MK2, you know, free 5k combo essentially, right? So you can make sure the leader is putting in work. And that'll be the end of this video for now.